All green lights, everything's a go. Money on the table, count it real slow. Pull up that rosé, twist up that Cali Dro. When you hustle hard, no matter what is hitting for. Now go.
What it do, ski sundoolers? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now this video, I'm kind of freestyling this. I didn't write my notes down because I really didn't have to. But this is the game one recap of the Brooklyn Nets, the Chicago Bulls versus the Brooklyn Nets. Now, just to start off, the Brooklyn Nets just dismantled the Chicago Bulls. This game was just sloppy and lopsided. I have never seen the Chicago Bulls play this bad before. This team is known to be a great defensive team, but they also known to be not great of an offensive team. You know, they have struggles. They have their moments where they just can't score. You know, that's just what happens with the Chicago Bulls. And they pretty much showed it and proved it tonight. I mean, this team was getting beat inside and out especially in the inside. Brook Lopez was dominating. Darren Williams was dominating. Nobody could stop those two guys. And then you had you had the others contributing. You had Gerald Wallace, Joe Johnson, C.J. Watson, Andre Blatch. Everybody just stepped up and did their part. I don't know what is going to happen through this series. I said this was going to go 7 games, but I know it's just game 1. But Darren Williams, this dude's, ever since he came back from his injury, he has been playing great basketball. Nobody on that court can stop Darren Williams at all. When he gets going, and then he gets everybody involved. He do some slick passes. He can drive. When he drive, you think he about to go for the basket. Next thing you know, he just pitch it off to somebody else. Brook Lopez, his first playoff appearance, he dominated. He was dominating the paint, looking great. I don't know what Thibodeau is going to do, but he was fired up. I do know that. You know, if this team showing next game, or this series is going to go short. It's going to go way, way short. Now, we all know the Chicago Bulls, they play better when they're at home for some reason, you know. But when they're on the road, they don't play as great. But I know Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose, Scottie Pippen, all the other dudes was just probably thinking in their head like, what the fuck is going on? They're probably, if they was passed away right now, they'd be rolling over in their grave seeing this performance that the Chicago Bulls put up. I mean, my God, this is just terrible. Let me guess. Carlos Boozer, he had a good game, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. He did good. He was basically the only one that was really, really scoring. You know, Nate Robinson, he played a nice little part. He did pretty good. But other than that, they just couldn't really find the offensive flow going very well. Now let's see. They shot 47% from the field. 68% of the free throws made. They had 36 points in the paint. Let's see, a total of 35 rebounds. Let's go to the Brooklyn side of things. Brooklyn shot 55%, 42% from the 3, 82% from the free throw line. They had 39 rebounds. They had 56 points in the paint and 12 fast break points. Them points in the paint, that's the thing that's going to make or break you in the playoffs, because you got to be able to try to dominate the paint area. And they did that, 56 points in the paint. And, you know, that's basically what Brook Lopez was doing. So let's see. Brook Lopez had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 block shots, just dominated the paint. Darren Williams, 22 points. Joe Johnson, 16 points. Gerald Wallace, 14 points. Like I said, C.J. Watson, 14. Andre Blatch, 12. This team was just balling. They was just balling. They just didn't look like nothing was going to stop them. You know, they was just on point. I don't know if this is going to continue up through the series, but if it does, Chicago fans, you guys are going to have a long off season, because them Brooklyn Nets boys, they're looking very scary. I'm not even going to lie to you, just from this game. But the whole key factor is Darren Williams and Brook Lopez. Those are going to be the 2 guys that's going to determine, you know, who wins this series. Darren Williams and Brook Lopez. I always said Darren Williams was my favorite point guard, you know, which he still is my favorite point guard in the NBA. I always said that. I have my reasons why. No disrespect to the other guys. I fuck with Chris Paul, but I just always felt Darren Williams was just my favorite, because for one, his size. You know, he can do the same shit that Chris Paul does. So, like, really, if you compare them, they both the same. It's just, you know, Chris Paul may have that little killer instinct more, but Darren Williams, he can ball too. So yeah, man, the final score of this game was 106-89. Not really too much to talk about as far as like get in depth with it. The Brooklyn Nets just embarrassed the Chicago Bulls. They just whooped their ass inside and outside, and that was it. So anyway, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook, check out my previous videos, comment, subscribe, favorite, do all that good stuff. You know what to do. Tell a friend, like my stuff. Make sure you go to motube.us, to get a text message for every time I upload a video. And go to datpiff.com, livemixtapes.com, and download MGM Grand by CJ De Niro for those who want the single Green Lights Go, or just Google him. You find all his music, all his mixtapes, everything. And yeah, man, now I'm getting to this Clippers Memphis game. And y'all tell me what y'all thought about this game and other games.
And remember, guys and girls, make sure you click the subscribe button, watch the previous videos, and like the videos.